Hi, my name is Gabriel Mukasaka Solo. I'm 9 years old. I live in Clapmat and I go to school in Mary Hope of Christians. The condition I have is asthma. I picked it up when I was I think about 6 years or so, like 6 or 5. And I live with my family who takes care of me and they love me a lot. The one thing I really like about my mom is that even though I do something wrong, she would forgive me and she would tell me not to do it. And she would never let me go hungry. And she would always make me have a smile on my face whenever I meet her. I'm going to interview my mom. So, good morning, Mommy. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Gabriel.
How did you find out about my conditions?
Gabriel, when I gave birth to you, it was a little bit not cold. So Gabriel was picking up too much of the coughing, too much of the pains. He was always crying for pains. I was taking Gabriel to the hospital, and they were seeing nothing. So we tried many times, maybe 20 times going to the hospital, but they weren't finding out what was the problem. I'm talking about the anemia. All right. So with this constant coughing, we had to go to Tigerberg for a checkup. So that's when they realized that Gabriel was having sickle cell anemia.
How did you feel when you found out about my conditions?
First, when I found out, I didn't know much about the disease, so I wasn't even worried. But after the doctor taking me in for counseling and explaining to me about the disease, I became very, very, very hurt that I realized that the condition is chronic, that there won't be any cure.
How did you figure out to take care of me?
After the counseling from the doctor, I was told that I'm supposed to give you medication every day, every time. I'm supposed to change your eating habits. I'm supposed to change the environment. So they taught me what to do.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yes, Gabriel, there is something I need to tell you. That you know what? You are a very strong boy that I know. A very intelligent, a genius, and someone who accepts everything. That is the way you should be. And please respect everyone.
Thank you, Mommy.
All right.
Well, I don't really like asthma because it has many disadvantages. For instance, let's say soccer. For me, I can't play soccer because I have asthma and I have low breath. So whenever I run, I can easily get tired. And once I get tired, it takes a long time for me to regain stamina and energy and stuff like that. The things I can't do with asthma is running around, and I mustn't be all over the place. I can walk without getting tired because it doesn't take a lot of my energy away. So it's fine. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. Though my most biggest fear is blood, I would do anything to save people's lives. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I wanted to ask you about, in my sickness, is it rare?
There are quite a lot of children with sickle cell anemia, but it's not as common as asthma, let's say. And it's not as common as like the flu, let's say. So you're very, very special, but there are a lot of children with sickle cell anemia.
Out of asthma and anemia,
Yeah.
which one gives me low breath?
So the asthma can definitely give you a low breath, and the asthma definitely, especially when you're running fast and you're running and you're exposed to certain things, so specific types of like dust or cats or dogs, that can make your chest very tight. But the anemia can also make you, so asthma more than anemia, but the anemia can also make you very tired. So with your specific type of anemia, you've got an anemia where the problem is actually with your blood cells itself. So your blood cells have something in them where when it's under stress, it changes shape. And what happens then is that you can become sick when it basically changes shape. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
You mean it's like sickle cells?
Exactly. And what happens with the sickle cells is that sometimes the sickle cells can make you very sick. So there's nothing that specifically takes that away, but children with sickle cell anemia can live have long, healthy, happy lives with no issues.
When do you think I could outgrow my asthma?
So your asthma is an interesting thing as well. Some children outgrow asthma like basically when they're younger. So by the time they get to 7, 8 years old, some children outgrow their asthma and they don't have asthma when they're older. But some kids actually continue with their asthma and they have asthma in adulthood as well. But it's important with asthma to control your asthma and to take the medication so that you don't feel sick from your asthma.
Okay, how do you think me as a patient?
I think that you are a very, very, very smart kid. From the beginning, from when I met you, you were asking me questions, you were confident, you were asking me about your anemia, and I think that's very, very special. So I love having you as a patient, and I love that you're confident, and I love that you're asking all these questions, and I think that you should always do that. You should always ask adults what's happening with your body and what's happening with your illness. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you for coming to my interview, and I'll see you later.
I will see you later. I'll see you in clinic. Bye.
For children who have asthma like me, I recommend that they should use their pipe at least like every night or morning, or at least a day every time. And also I recommend them to not do extreme sports. I play games on my computer, and sometimes there's games that don't include running in real life. I can probably sit there, I must stand there, and I can stand here, and then we just kick the ball to each other. So that it doesn't include running. To close my diary, I would like to say, if you want to stay far in life and get far, you must always believe in God, and God will help you and bless you with His grace and mercy. Thank you for having me, and I'm out.